time for more of everybody's favorite pastime, drilling holes in your boat.
You're coming too. What started as a dream is now our reality. 6 years ago, we poured her ballast, raised every frame, cut every plank, and named her Rediviva. Ready for life back on the ocean, this year we're determined to set sail.
Would you look at that? I'd say that's the making of a fine cruising vessel.
We're Salt and Tar, and this is our life. We're happy to share, and thanks for joining us.
Are you thinking about changing it up again?
I don't know.
We're installing our navigation lights, or running lights, which means we have to make a final decision on location. We have our solar array up and running, as well as the 2 additional batteries Garrett installed last week.
Kind of links them in to the rest of the batteries. 660 amp hours.
So now our electrical panel is live with the energy we're collecting, and we can start adding more gear.
Higher is probably still better. It's kind of what we concluded last time.
I just saw a boat the other day that had one similar to this, and they're mounted on the bulwarks. I was like, oh, it looks kind of cool.
We could come up with 100 ways to mount these, but before we get carried away, we stick with the original decision and lash them to the first wood rung on the ratlins.
Okay, so we're gonna do the actual install of the navigation lamps today. So just broke out my bag o' through deck electric connectors. So I have some random ones in here, so I just got to figure out which ones I want to use. If you're wondering why I didn't use one of these connections like this back there for the solar panels, is I wanted to create a larger area that I could kind of use as a main vein to funnel a lot of electrical stuff down there, because I know that like the solar panels is one thing, but I know of like at least 3 more things back there that I want to run electrical through, and I didn't want to end up putting, you know, a half dozen of these through the deck when I could just make one hole. But up here, this is just going to be standalone for the navigation lamps, so there's no need for anything more than this.
1 for port, 1 for starboard.
Yeah. Make sure I can get to all the holes.
Yeah. Is that as far inboard as you can get it?
Yeah. It's always that moment of just like, before you like drill through the fiberglass layer of protection and waterproofing.
Alright, so we've got 1 hole so far, 2 more to go before we can bed it. But it's the wire's gonna come up this stanchion from the deadeye there, up the shroud to the starboard nav light. I'm gonna be so excited after our annual haul out to repaint and re-soup everything so it all looks like fresh and clean.
Yeah.
Because it'll be marking the end of our, like, just a couple weeks then till we plan to leave.
Yeah.
Our 100-day countdown is in full swing, and this is day 10. In March, it'll be time for our annual haul out, and the last one here in Napa. It feels real this time. We have new and old projects to finish, as well as general maintenance to attend to, but we're taking it one day at a time, and feeling like we can do this.
Probably all we need is like a 7/16.
We're in the port side. We're just taping the underside of the hole, and we've led the wires up here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna squirt a whole bunch of Sikaflex in that hole and then pull the tape off and just shove these wires up through it.
And then those wires go directly into the bottom fitting,
Yes.
and then there'll be a top fitting that the wires then go from the top fitting up to the nav light. You want me to feed them up from behind there, or?
Yeah, please. Just whatever you think is a good route for them.
Change the line. Feeding her up. Thanks. That's ready when we're ready. Oh God, hold on. Hey, where's my napkin? Okay. Okay. Alright, so we don't have any more 16 gauge in red, but that's okay. I'll just tag it so I make sure I don't mess it up. And this is going to be traveling down the length of the shroud anyway, so it'll kind of blend in a lot better, and you'll just see the red one coming out from the lamp itself, just a short little ways. So Garrett's gonna put in the port side, the through deck fitting, and I'm gonna start wiring the above deck. Positive one, so I'm gonna do the negative one, and then I'll make it all neat up here and then put it into that guy. So a little positive, so some positive. And I unscrew this. Put that in there.
Yep. And just strip about, doesn't need that much, so just strip about like, that's about like.
Okay. And then, so I'm just thinking.
But we need several things to go through before you do that.
Oh.
So.
Do you want me just to leave these then? Where'd you go? Okay, this is my long one. That's my positive. Now I'm making it short. And I'm gonna do the positive first. Yes. That's what I'm doing. Well, I broke it. The screw. Well, it took me forever to actually get this set screw to go on there with this collar here. And then I guess I cinched down on it too tight and I broke the head off of the screw. So while the set screw is set and it's not coming back out. So that's a problem for another day. But we got this here now, so I can play with getting that all together. And yeah, looks good.
Garrett also started playing with blue LED strip lighting for around the deck, but it's still in the works.
I've just finished up the port side. Got it all nice and led down and around in there. And then we'll secure it to the corner here. And Garrett put a little extra Sika just in this top bit. The navigation lights is done, including the stern light. So the stern light is attached below deck?
Not permanent, I just put some alligator clips onto the batteries just to make sure all the wiring was good and that it lit up.
We can almost cross the nav lights off the list. The on deck part of that's on the list can be checked off, but below decks, it's partially run. So it is super windy today. So we're gonna do stuff down here today. We're going to, well, I'm going to clean up the navigation light wiring down here, and then those will be 100% done, and that'll be the second thing we can fully cross off our have to leave the dock list. And Garrett kind of surprised me today, and he's gonna finish the cabin sole. I'm pretty sure it's been about a year since he worked on the cabin sole last. So he only has 4 hatches to finish planking. He's already cut the planks. He just has to shape them so we can, you know, adjust for swelling. And then once he gets those glued down, then we'll be able to sand this whole cabin sole and it will look beautiful. It's the same cherry as this and this. So, and we'll probably, I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna finish it, oil, or if we will actually varnish it, because it won't be getting direct sunlight, so it'll last a really long time. But yeah, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll be done. He's already planked the 2 hatches there above the drive line, the very first hatch there, and then this hatch. After we sand it all, then we already got the like little handles, so we'll screw the handles on there so we can easily pick them up. Right now we've just been using a flat knife to pry them open, and that's not very efficient. So I'm really excited that he is motivated to work on that. And so this is about where the nav lights come down through the deck, so I'll kind of lead them all the way back to the electrical panel, and then clean up all the wiring that Garrett did for the stern light. I think this is the wiring for the stern light, and I finally cleaned up all the wires that are there coming from the deck box out there for all the electrical engine stuff. And yeah.
Holy crap, it's windy out there.
It's really windy.
Man. Okay. It's like we're stuck inside today.
Yeah.
I've been putting off finishing this for nearly a year because I just got tired of it and then just threw all the rest. I've got like all the pieces cut and fit already. I just need to put them in place and glue them and tack them in.
It's always that last 10%.
I'm just like, I'm done with this. Just like threw all the cut pieces in a pile and haven't touched it in almost a year.
We'll have to find all the pieces again.
Yeah. Luckily, I think Ruth organized them for me and taped them all in their individual bundles.
Yeah.
Because if she didn't, I probably would have just lost them. And I'd have to remake them.
And then you got more work cut out for you.
Yeah.
So he cut them all, and then to sort of line them up at least one side or the other, but gonna go and, what are you gonna do, sand or just grind it back?
I'll probably use a little planer and make it all nice, and we want a little bit more of a gap around everything so it doesn't swell shut.
We found them all.
It's a miracle.
And yeah, a lot of them have swelled, so we'll know how much more to take off. That one sits up a little. This one sits up a little.
Did you match your blood splatters?
5 is good. Yeah. Yeah. These ones all had arrows, so it actually made it easier. You just can't really see it. And I think I got most of this one. The orientation of this one, I'm not sure. Oh, that looks like an arrow, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that one's like that.
There's an arrow here too.
Quite a bit burnt out when you were doing this.
Yeah. Alright, so that's the end of your run after tidying up everything. Cool. So what we'll do is we'll just follow that electrical vein we've made. So we'll go along that and then trace that down under there as far as we can get.
Okay.
Wherever that leads, we basically just want to end up here, either up and over or just straight across, because we just want to mate into this electrical vein.
Which one?
This one right here.
This one. So that's what's going up under here?
Yeah, this comes out right here.
You won't be able to see that, but you can show that side.
Goes here, and then we'll go.
Okay. And
go
then,
there, and then up into the box.
And then up through this hole?
Mm-hmm. Look at you. How do you fit in there? Like a tiny little squirrel locked in a cage. Like your entire body is in there.
I'm quite comfortable, actually. This is why cleaning up all the wiring is a better task for me than for you.
Yeah, I don't fit that well. Well, the wind is still picking up outside. This is gnarly. It's probably, I mean, it's probably blowing around 30-ish, I would say, but there's definitely bigger gusts, and those are pretty impressive.
Well, there is more blood.
I decided that the floor didn't have enough blood in it. I'm kind of like trying to patina it.
It's working.
Yeah, I don't know why the nail gun shot a nail in and like sheared it off at the top instead of going all the way in, and I didn't notice, and I just shot it in. I went to just like kind of, you know, just wipe the dust off the work, and it just slit my finger right open.
There you go. Our first aid kit is never far away. I'm slowly getting here. Kind of cleaned up some of the stuff through here, so that looks a little bit nicer. All right, so I am finally at the panel. Garrett's hunting for an inline fuse connector for the red, and that's if Garrett can find it in our box of stuff back there.
Making progress.
All right. I've got my red, my black here. So I'm gonna connect the black, the negative, to the ground up here. And then once Garrett hunts out that inline fuse connector, we're gonna go to our third switch. And then that's our third thing that we've hooked up to this panel. First here is our fresh water, second was salt water, and now we got nav lights.
Okay, got you here. Ow!
Success.
Yeah.
It has taken me all day to do this, so when I'm finished, now it's dark, we can test it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect timing, I think.
Okay, I'm going to put in this fuse, I'm going to put one of those connectors on one end and then a butt on the other end, so it'll just be kind of like plug into the red that you bring up through there.
Oh, okay.
Sound good?
Yeah. So you're putting on the connector already?
Yep.
Okay, so you're done.
So I'm there.
Okay.
So I'm just going to heat shrink this side.
Okay. Okay, and then just have to connect them here.
Trippers.
Thank you. That's good. Come on, lighter, 2 more.
Why do the lighters always run out when we're at the end of the project? Reversing roles again today. We each get to figure out the painful sides of each other's jobs.
Yeah.
Riz figured out that her back now is starting to hurt
Yeah.
after crawling around and doing all this electrical work, and I keep falling because I'm trying to look at the camera and not what I'm doing. Oh yeah. Well, one more step towards you being confident and self-sufficient
Yeah.
in learning the systems of the boat.
Yeah, if something were to happen to you and I needed to wire something, I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah. You learn quick.
It's really fun.
I like electrical work. Always have.
There we go. Like, is that okay?
Yeah, the heat shrink is fine. You just want to keep the middle connection far apart.
Okay. There it is. That is.
All right. Are you ready?
Everything.
Are you ready for the first moment of truth?
I am. I'm really excited.
Where you switch
Oh.
where you switch on the battery switch and hope for no sparks.
Okay. I've thought of everything. Those are secure.
Yep. Make sure you run through everything in your mind first.
Okay, I think, yeah.
Okay. Fire it up.
Okay.
No sparks. All right. Should I go outside
Yeah.
and you hit the switch?
Yeah.
Fortunately, the wind has died down too.
Yeah, the wind's just quiet.
Ow. Go for it.
Well, the red's on.
We got 1 out of 2. Sad day.
Well, that's really lame because I hardly had to do anything to the starboard one.
Well, hold on. Before we assume too much, let's just make sure the bulb is seated and everything.
Should I turn it back off?
Nah, it's just low current, 12 volt. It's not gonna hurt you. Okay, everything's in there.
Yeah, I hardly touched any of the starboard stuff because you had it led underneath the cabin sole already. Oh.
Shit!
No. Oh, we had 2 seconds to get it. Oh,
Damn it.
no! Ah. Well, our troubleshooting will have to wait until we get a new bulb.
I have failed.
Oh, shoot.
I have failed. I was gonna just see if the bulb was upside down because I know it does. I don't really know if it makes a difference, but I know it does have a positive and negative.
Well, I guess we could take out the...
Dunked my cut open finger in the
Oh,
nasty river water.
we'll have to wash it properly. Yeah, we could take out the port one. You sure you don't want me to turn it off? Does it not work upside down? Okay, maybe that was it.
See, that was the problem, and then my dumbass dropped
And then
it.
you dropped it. Well. Come on, baby.
Yep, that was
Ah!
the problem.
Oh, it's just in upside down. Maybe we should order brighter ones.
Yeah, we should order better ones anyway. These are just the cheapos from
Yeah.
like the automotive section.
The light's also more blue than green because these used to be oil lamps, so the lens is blue. With the yellow flame, it made green, but we'll get an LED bulb to do the same.
Nav lights. Check. Holding him? I think he just fell down. Did you just fall down the companionway?
No. You're a dork.
Oh, it's my fly over.
Nerd. Your fly's down.
Shut up, Garrett.
Is this still recording?